right, guys, stick around for Alba Corral. Her calls have been amazing every time she's been here. So I like her demeanor, but her work is even better. Alba, I just passed you the controls. Welcome back to F.A.C.E.
Hello, Dale.
Hi, Alba. How are you?
Hi, fine. Thank you. And you?
I'm fine. It's great to have my trading warrior sister back here in F.A.C.E. with us. And, you know, I did promo the interview because your accuracy on your forecast on the prior two interviews has been outstanding. So I'm really interested in what you have to say today. So why don't we just get into it? So what are we looking? We're looking at the Aussie. That was something from the last webinar. You were looking for a big decline, and it manifested in spades.
Yeah.
So how
yeah,
now?
and I think it has not finished yet. I'm going to talk to you about that. I agree with most of the things that Stelio said, and also Grega, the wizard of waves, that you call him.
Yes, yeah, he is.
And okay, let's begin with some Forex, and then I will end with the indexes, with your indexes, with Wall Street, and also the Aussie, yeah. The bearish movements, I think it's not finished. Many people has trading buys over here because of the divergences with the MACD, for example, oscillator or the RSI.
Yeah.
But I think if
those dumb indicators, better off trading naked. What do you think?
I think the price structure naked, it gives you a lot of information. You can mark all the resistances, the supports. It's important. But if you put some indicators that are useful for you, you are taking that point of quality to your trading. It can help you. It can improve your trading.
Okay. I believe
I do not use a lot, but some of them, yeah.
It looked like mainly moving averages and the is that the MACD and the MACD now?
So I was saying the bearish movement seems to be finished over here, but I think it's going to be a little more down because of this chartist figure. It's a wedge, a bearish wedge, because
so it hasn't met the objective yet.
Yeah, this is the shortest projection, but if we join
interesting,
the bottoms over here, we have
a deeper move,
a little more, deeper move. That it's very weird. If the movement ends here, it's very weird that the Aussie dollar bounce here, and also.
So that's about 69.20 if we take the larger magnitude decline.
The support, the minimum, is here.
Okay.
So we have to consider the movement to end there.
Okay.
But this support, it's also a great support, a great weekly support that begins here. So I think the Aussie with this trend line that it's aggressive will end, I don't know when, it can go up, but with lower highs until here, until 0.6914 or 69.20. Okay, I think this will be the bottom and the area where we can expect a higher movement, a strongest movement. Okay, if we are looking for a bounce. So if anyone is thinking of buy Aussie, and he wants to buy it because right now it has a bullish divergence, for example, I recommend, I don't know if I can draw here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I cannot draw, but it's okay. Do you see my?
Yeah, we see your cursor.
Okay. Until the OC doesn't overpass this maximum, for me, the longs are not confirmed. When you have a divergence, and we will see this pattern in the next charts, when we have a divergence, you can open longs here. They are risky ones, but the divergence works if it bounces the price and pushes higher than the previous maximum. Otherwise, it goes down and down and down in its weakness. So that's why I'm not thinking of opening longs right now on Aussie, in Aussie. And I see the target a little bit below here, okay?
Okay, great.
If anyone has any question, you can tell me. Okay.
Any questions on Aussie? Any questions on Aussie, anyone? Going once, going twice? Okay, continue, Alba.
Thank you. We have here the euro yen. This is a very crazy area because it has various impulses, bullish. And I have a figure here, a pattern that I work, that it's called the wolf wave.
Oh, yeah.
It was a bullish one. I cannot draw, and I don't know why. 1 second. No, it doesn't allows me to draw. So I'll paint it like this. We had a bullish one, and now we have a bearish one with this latest maximum. This is the first target, and the second target is more or less over 127, more or less. So there are 200 pips down. So right now, going short is a little bit risky because of this movement. It's very clean, and I will wait for lower highs below this moving averages if possible.
About
I
130
reject over here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first target, and the second target is over here, more or less.
Okay.
So I think the Eurogen in the short medium term is going to be down, and I will take shorts if the price rejects or the moving averages or any Fibonacci area over here. It concludes the 61.8 with the 50 moving average. So a reject in this area will be good for shorts in the Eurogen if it doesn't go down right now like crazy, because this impulse is
so looking to sell a rally for second objectives to be achieved later on.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that white line come in, and what kind of moving average is that, Alba?
This is the 200 simple moving average.
Okay.
It's for me, it's a reference, and this is the 50 exponential moving average. The 51, it's a little bit nervous, and it adjusts a little bit more. And the 200, is a 200 simple moving average. So this is for the Eurogem, go like this, and the USD gem. Well, I have here directly I was listening to Stelios, I think, with Grega, telling him that put the chart into weekly and to see the pattern, the evening doji star. Right now, I have another wolf wave here. Last week, I thought the end of the movement of this wolf wave, the 0.5 of the reject, will end here. But it rejected, gave us 50 pips and bounce again. So right now, this was the next resistance, and the reject now is done. So I will look for all these price structures to take benefits, close partially the position, but these four squares are the targets for me for this figure, the wolf wave, the bearish wolf wave, for the USD yen.
Okay, great. Will you feel more confident about it since last time it bounced right off that triangle line it broke out of? Will you feel more confident? Because I have a return line.
I will feel more confident
if it gets back underneath. It gets back underneath that line.
Mm-hmm. We have obstacles.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a sport right now, but as Telio said, we need the price to break it, and maybe not to leave the evening doji star, but if it close the price below this support, it would be great. We have here the trend line. It's not a strong support.
I'm asking. It would. You feel more confident if we were underneath when we get underneath the trend line.
I'm comfortable right now if the price rejects or turns back below 114. So here is a good area. Risky. All the wolf waves are risky patterns. They are against trend. But again, if the USD yen bounces here because of the support, a reject over here in this area would be great to take again shorts, to enter short again. I've calculated 4 targets. 4 bearish targets. It ends in 108.50 more or less.
Yes.
Okay. I go into EuroCAD and USD CAD. Also, I have huge figures. Not this one. In EuroCAD, we worked a bearish Fibonacci because of this bearish wolf wave. Also, if I have a bearish pattern, I like to combine it with other figures in the direction of the wolf wave. So below, for example, this 50 moving average, for me, any lower high is for shorts. And now the movement can end here, but we have in weekly the 200 moving average here. So I think the movement, if we open a short right now below this area, below 1.533, if the price goes up and then goes down, I think the target will be here, 1.4674, 46.7, because of another wolf wave. Again, I throw Fibonacci according to the latest bearish impulse, because we are also below the moving averages. And for USD CAD, I have a similar pattern, but this area is more complicated for the USD CAD. Another wolf wave, a huge one in daily. It has served me to open shorts, but we have reached in the daily chart the 200 moving average. It's a strong support. Now the price it has bounced until the 50 moving average, and this is the key area because of the 200 moving average in weekly. I'm waiting for the weekly close, because you see this doji.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, it rejected the 200 moving average. The price went down, and now for me it's testing. It's testing this moving average, and if the price at the closing bell this Friday 12, it's down here, it's a good sign for me to reopen shorts. And also this area is good. Now here, it's testing the 61.8 yesterday. it gave us a big shadow and a reject, and I was testing also. It's complicated because it has a 50 moving average. So in weekly, we cannot open trades short according to Fibonacci, but I think if we look at on Friday at the end of the week, what happened with this one, that would be great if it closed the price below here.
Okay.
Otherwise, we will wait for another reject in the price structure areas. For example, over here. But right now, the fight is here, and the area is more complicated than the EuroCAD. And I don't know if you want me to see any other pair. I'm going to talk to finish.
You wanted to wrap with the indexes. Oh, euro?
Yeah, euro dollar.
Okay.
Because if it's euro dollar and DAX index has a strong negative correlation, and now the euro dollar is doing the same as the DAX index. It's this correlation. I don't know how to say it. It's or the DAX index or euro dollar is like
the DAX is weaker than the euro
DAX index.
USD.
Yeah, not weaker, but if we to compare two charts,
yeah,
we can.
But they have similar patterns, is what you're saying. They're following each other.
Yeah, right now, but normally when the DAX goes up, the euro goes down, and now the DAX is going down and the euro is going down as well. We have an indicator that can compare them. You can put here.
Well, there's probably more euro traders in our audience than I know there are DAX traders. So you remain bearish euro USD.
No, I'm telling you that I don't know what to do with euro right now because normally the correlation is like a mirror. When the DAX goes up, the euro goes down. But from this day on, from in daily not, but in 4 hours, you see that every movement is being replied like the same, no? And it or the DAX index or the euro is lying. So if I'm not sure,
I know what you're trying to say. The correlation is broke down. It's not correlating the way it normally does. So so you don't know what to do with the euro because the correlation
with the euro dollar, because I know what to do with DAX, because I know it's weaker in Europe. We have weaker movements. We have more bearish movements than USA, and I have bearish pattern. I had bearish wolf waves over here, and I tried it shorts in DAX, but not in euro dollar. I'll wait for the euro dollar to, I don't know.
You know, Alba, I was thinking about it, going back to your US dollar yen forecast. You know, all the big news over the last week or so has been what about yields, higher yields in the US, 14-year highs and the 10-year 320 something. But if your yen forecast is correct, with even a shot towards 108, that to me would portend that yields are going to drop again.
If you want, we can talk about it now.
Let's talk for about 5 hours today. I have many questions. I'm kidding you.
Yeah,
I am.
You're always kidding.
I know, I'm just a jokester, but I am interested in your look in the indexes.
I'm looking for. What do you want to start with Nasdaq, for example?
Okay.
Let's see Nasdaq. I remember the last time I talked with you, that we were looking for a very smooth movement in the Dow Jones because of the bar pattern. Let's see it later. Right now we have the Nasdaq, which is the strength. It has a clean bullish channel, but right now there is a difference between this breakout and the others. This one, I don't know if somebody has said, but it's a double top figure. And a double top figure is not only a test of a resistance, it's not a top. It has some things that are particularly from the double top, which are the proportion between the two peaks or the two mountains, and also in this part, a strong bearish movement, huge candles, also with gaps. Right now, I need to paint it here like this because the GoToMeeting doesn't allow me to paint.
You're an artist. I'm
an artist,
Alba. Yeah. Look at Alba. You're a technical artist. Okay.
So the double top, the proportion between the two triangles or the two mountains, the strong bearish movement in the right part, and now it has broken the base. So any bearish movement below these moving averages and more below this, now it's kind of resistance. It will be a good chance to open new shorts because we have the technical projection more or less over here. And now in this case, this double top, the price, it's like this, and the
so the target is around 7,000. This is the Nasdaq 100.
And a first divergence support this movement. So this is the difference between this one and the previous ones.
Okay. Okay, that's a pearl to know, because everyone's out there. Oh yeah, we've had these 2-3 day events before, and then 2 weeks later the market's at new highs.
Well,
you're saying that
it can be, but as I said, like the Aussie, it's weird. The price bounce over here. It can bounce in the price structure, but if it makes lower hikes, I will put shorts.
Okay.
And for Dow Jones, Dow Jones.
That's recently been the strength. The Nasdaq and the Dow charts look a lot different, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have here a huge bearish wolf wave.
Oh wow! Look at those.
A huge one.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay.
I'm trading right now another one. It's smaller, but the key for the Dow Jones right now is to break this 200 moving average. Again, it bounces in the 200 moving average, and it's fighting below the 50 moving average. Again, any lower high or any reject in this area, for me, it's great to open new shorts.
Great.
We have also divergence in these two last peaks.
Yeah.
The price goes up and the oscillator goes down. So it's critical with this divergence for the price to break these minimums. Otherwise, I will not be so comfortable with shorts. I have them protected at break even plus 30 points right now, but until it. So we have the two targets here. They are huge targets. I do not pretend. Pretend is not the word. I'm not saying the people to open shorts right now with these targets. They are huge. This is a big swing trade. But to manage the position, if the price breaks the 200 moving average and close partially in the supports, well, let's see if the advance of the price.
Yeah.
But I think the best possibility right now it's advancing. The last time we talked about the bear pattern over here, the bar pattern. You remember?
That's right. I do.
And the price went down until the leading trend line, which was this one, and conclude with the 200 moving average. Right now we have more way to go. But we need to break this 200 moving average in 4 hours. It's very, very important.
Critical. Wow, Alba, you did it again.
I have a little present with a stock of the Nasdaq, but I don't know if you want me to say it.
Go ahead.
I don't want, if somebody has is trading this stock, but it has, yeah, I have here the chart, as you said, F.A.C.E, National Beverage Corporation, and our indicators has given a better signal. This signal can push lower the price.
Yes.
And if we put the chart like this, I don't know if you see, like the double top of the Nasdaq, we have here the first mountain and the second mountain, which is proportional in time and in size. So maybe National Beverage Corporation, if it respects this trend line, if it makes lower highs below $116.72, maybe it would fall down and down. We have here price structures supports over here in $95.89, $86. These are areas to take the money to make partial, to close partial the positions if we can. But right now, I think that National Beverage Corporation, if the Nasdaq continues with the projection of its double top, this stock will go after it. So.
Okay. Well, you know, you keep bringing up mountains. It makes me think of The Sound of Music. Climb every mountain, forge every stream, follow every highway. All right. Anyway, Alba, great presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting Thank you for letting me serenade you. And what do you have a website now, or any kind of business model for people to follow you? Is it just through Twitter, or what's the best way for people to keep in touch with your excellent work?
For example, in the bearish pattern I've just commented in beverage, this is the Twitter of the project of our works with these indicators. These are Tradimatic. This is my personal Twitter. It's at Albitamix, as you said before.
Right.
And in this blog, underthewolf.wordpress.com, I have
I see you on there, some of your recordings.
English post also about the wolf waves. And also, if you want to read another post and it's in Spanish, you can translate it. So if anyone is interested in the wolf wave as a figure, they can come here and study all the posts. And any doubt or anything, they can write me an email here, bolsaestadistica@gmail.com. And that's it.
Thank you so much, Alba, for being with us and sharing some great looks and your excellent work. You're definitely a pro.
Thank you, Dale, for inviting me the third time. And I'm glad to be your favorite, one of your favorites.
Yes. So I really had a great time. You know, compelling looks and analysis and some fun. I think it's a great combo.
different tools and the Stelios and all your team, we are
Yeah.
seeing the market the same way with different tools. I think that's the most interesting thing, because
Yeah, it's
all your
confluence.
subscribers and all the people that you help to learn every day, they can decide what to use, or they can decide what kind of trade or what style they will be. It will be more comfortable for them.
Yeah, it's very powerful when different methodologies come together looking for the same outcomes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so great. I never heard of Wolf Wave before you. So you know what? Every time you're here, Alba, we learn from you. So
Yeah.
thank you
Dave.
thank you for your time today, and may pips rain down on you and everyone you work with during this fall trading season. And let's get back together again this winter.
Okay, perfect.
All right. All right,
Okay, thank you, Dave. Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, Alba. Oh, you're welcome, Tom. I'm glad you enjoyed her. And we are getting a little bit of a turn in the dollar here. A little bit of 96.03. We're talking about it about 10 points ago. And let me see here. Dale Pinkert, here I am. Thank you again. Just to show my screen. So we're getting a little bit of a reversal in the Dixie for turnaround Tuesday. So there's your 4-hour candle. So you could take partials, put stops over the high of the move, and I did the same thing in Euro. We'll see. The 4-hour divergence is holding. I want to thank Alba for showing her great work today, and I hope we're adding value to what you're trying to accomplish as a trader. But don't forget, I mean it, man. Don't forget. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. See everyone tomorrow. Adios.